Now more than ever, kids and teens are under enormous pressure to be high achievers. From school to sports and extracurriculars, the expectations have risen dramatically in the last few decades.
And no one recognizes that more than our next guest. After seeing alarming reports of anxiety, depression, and substance abuse or disorder among children in high-performing schools, Jennifer Wallace wanted to figure out how achievement culture has become so toxic, and she documents it all in her latest book. Please welcome award-winning journalist and author Jennifer B. Wallace. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good to see you.
So for your book, Never Enough, you set out to find how caretakers and parents can raise healthy children who also achieve. So what did you find?
Right, so for the book, I went in search of the healthy strivers. I wanted to know what, if anything, they had in common. What was home life like? What did their parents focus on? And what I found they had in common, it boils down to this idea of mattering. They had a high level of mattering. They felt valued for who they were, deep at their core. And they were also relied on to add meaningful value back to their parents, to their schools, to their communities. The kids who seemed to be suffering the most were those who felt like their mattering, their value, was contingent on their performance.
So what surprised you most about your research and your findings?
Well, as a parent, the thing that surprised me most is that the #1 intervention for any child in distress is to make sure the primary caregivers, that their well-being, their mental health, their support system is intact. Because a child's resilience rests on their caregiver's resilience. And caregiver resilience rests on the depth and support of their relationships. So it's not, go have a bubble bath, go download this meditation app. That's great for reducing stress, but that's not going to give us the resilience we need to be first responders to our kids' struggles.
Oh, that's such an interesting way to put it, first responders to our children. This is so hard for parents because I think we're all doing the best that we can and we want to set our kids up to succeed. What are some things that we can do as parents to sort of help our children?
Yes, so I would say the top of the list is to minimize criticism. Be careful about how we give feedback to make sure to separate the deed from the doer. Also prioritize affection. Greet your child at least once a day the way the family dog greets your family when you walk out and when they walk in, just with total joy. Also get a PhD in them. The sense of self is developed less by being praised, which can feel like pressure, and more by being known for who they uniquely are deep inside. And then the last tip, I think, is just to lead with lunch. When they walk in the door after school, instead of peppering them with questions, how'd the test go? What do you have for homework? Lead with lunch. Just ask, what did they have for lunch today? Which sends the signal that you care about them as a whole person, their whole well-being.
I love how you say, watch how you criticize your children. Words are very powerful, and kids, they don't forget. You made some own changes in your home. Never worry alone?
Oh, yeah. So this was a tip that I read from Ned Hallowell, who's a psychiatrist. And so we've adopted it as our family mantra, never worry alone. True for my teenagers as well as for myself. When you're worried, when you're anxious, when you're feeling down, reach out, have the courage to reach out and share that anxiety with somebody else, and it will reduce.
Jennifer, can you please come back? We like you.
I feel like it's such invaluable advice for parents, and we're seeing this epidemic of children just really struggling. Clearly something has to change.
There's hope. I saw it in the families I met. There's hope.
Just in time for school as well. Thank you. Back to school there. And Never Enough, when achievement culture becomes toxic and what we can do about it, is available everywhere that books are sold. Again, thank you very much and good to see you.
Both.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.